two hard-hitting blue-collar franchises. One of the better rivalries going. The Ravens and Steelers are underway. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Devin Duvernay. And he gets it all the way down inside the 30. What a terrific return.
As the excitement continues to swirl after that return, if I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm thinking about keeping that excitement going. Already in scoring position, I've got to take some shots at the end zone right now.
Hey, report.
Jackson, first play, going to throw. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. A nice gain there to his trusty tight end, and now it's got them thinking opening drive touchdown here as they get into the red zone.
And in most cases with your tight end, you feel like you've got a mismatch no matter who's covering him. Is it a small cornerback? Is it a linebacker who may not run as well? In any event, whatever you see, you think that tight end can win that battle.
It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with third down looming. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter.
That is caught. It's Bateman for a Raven touchdown. Rashad Bateman, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Pickett leads the Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs at their 25-yard line. They'll start the drive with Harris. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up. These two teams met in Baltimore. You might remember earlier in the year with the Ravens winning that game. So a win here in Baltimore would give them the season sweep. On 2nd and 7, Pickett. He'll get this complete to Calvin Austin. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Now this defense for the Ravens, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
He finds Austin complete. On the move past the 40. Down the sideline he goes. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. A big play there on the catch and run. And even 50 yards.
With that down and distance, no real surprise they decided to throw the ball. But I think where the surprise kicked in, the result. Short pass downfield. That ball got taken for a nice
pushing and finding his way in for a Steeler touchdown. Najee Harris, his 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
On 2nd down and 4, Jackson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. T.J. Watt, the All-Pro, in there to take him down. And that sack certainly just strengthening his candidacy for Defensive Player of the Year. You think he's got that one in the bag yet?
I'm not willing to vote quite yet just because I won't wait till the season's over, but he is really tracking towards it. Just look at all the great plays we've seen from him throughout the season. Strength plays that you referenced there, as well as agility plays. They just have not found a way to block him consistently.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he is going to lose yardage here. The Georgia man, Roquan Smith, came in and got it. The Ravens at 14-1 now on the year. And they come in on the heels of yet another victory. That ran their win streak, Charles, up to 7 now.
And I think that last win, that established them and stamped them, to me, as Super Bowl frontrunners. They're playing with extreme confidence, and you need that in order to go all the way. They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. 4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw, Pickett. He's got a man, complete. He's at the 30, 10, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise too.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. Pretty ideal right there. Keep it yourself, get the 1st down, and get the heck out of bounds.
And knowing him, I believe he's thinking, I can get a few more yards if I just lower my shoulder. But he also hears that second voice in his head. His head coach, and probably his agent too, saying, get out of bounds, man. Don't do that. They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
Now on 2nd and 13, Jackson. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Fourth down, here's Jackson. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. Now a first down carry for Harris. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Second and 4. Now here's another carry for him. And the ball is knocked out, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
And cue the applause, and there it is for him, the mark he's been aiming for all season long. 1,000 yards. Just the third quarterback to reach that milestone, joining Lamar Jackson and Michael Vick. That's a season's worth of work and a huge commitment to get him the touches that he needed to make that happen. Congratulations.
It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's second down.
Well, that's what he can do when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop it.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 22 yards there, a first down. Jackson. And he's brought down. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me?
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Ravens have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead. Tucker with the extra point. And with it, his guys take the lead here by a point. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone.
Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15.
So problems there on the return, very costly, not what you need when you've just surrendered the lead.
Not at all, because this now has a chance to really snowball on them quickly. Their offense was on the sidelines talking about getting on the field and getting that score back.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw pulled in by Strong. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league.
Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, okay, let's throw the ball. Oh, yeah, that's right. They defend the pass pretty well, too. Very difficult task right now.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. Dobbins, touchdown, Baltimore. So the rushing touchdowns continue to stack up, CD. That now 15 for him on the year.
And give him a ton of credit for staying healthy, being a smart runner, and it's showing just how important he's been to his team. He's got to be their MVP at this point in the season, and those votes may have been turned into league MVP votes when it's all said and done.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Right now they're on the wrong end of the scoreboard, and that won't change if this drive ends like the last one when they had that lost fumble. So you have a feeling taking care of the football is certainly paramount right now.
Yeah, and it's not just the guy who dropped it on the last drive, is it? That means everyone who might touch the ball is getting the same message. Guys, ball security, paramount. Let's take care of it, and if we do, we've got a chance to put points on the board.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Pickett back to throw. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. He's going to wind up and air it out. He's got a man complete. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. So, of course, they declined that there. They knew they had the free play. They got great yardage out of it.
It's kind of like when we were at dinner last night. You saw me reach for the check, so you ordered dessert on top of it, right? You say you had the free play.
Yeah.
Right? Already had what you needed. Go ahead and get a little more on top. I like it.
Harris running straight ahead. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 40 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. It may sound cliche, but those are the types of yards he can get you. He's such a bruising back.
He is, and typically with that type of a back, if he has any type of stamina, it shows up later in the ball game. Because trust me, guys get tired of running up and trying to tackle that big fella. It wears them.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Davion Taylor, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
But you just knew that these rushers were eager to do that today. Put him on the ground. Their plan, introduce themselves individually to this rookie quarterback. They said hello in a big way there with a loss of double-digit yards on that sack.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Normally he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Pickett, he'll look to throw it. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, the first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
So Pickett is off to the sideline, and Chris Boswell is on for the Steeler field goal try. Boswell's kick is good, and that'll get the lead down to 5. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away.
Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
It's another first down as they bite off 23 more on that one.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Jackson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception. Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
54 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. Pickett now on first down.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Another try after the first down sack.
Pickett, quick completion here to Johnson. He's got room at the 30. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throw left side, going to be taken in by Harris. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
Now 2nd and 5. Snap will come from the 6. Pickett will look to throw it here.
And he is out of bounds here. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
As we both know, there was a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year, and part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Derek Watt, his first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. A quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
He's second in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays a game with great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play. That's taken in by Duvernay. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. They'll throw on first down with Jackson rolling to his left. This throw taken in by Isaiah Likely. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
That is definitely what we call a defensive uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson. When you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Jackson's throw is on target to Duvernay. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Again, it's Harris on second down. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 64 yards on the ground for him so far. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy who can take it the distance. But a short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, oh, he's a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Pickett. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Working with a 2nd and 3. They run the play fake. Here's Pickett. And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, I should not stop them at all from going back to him. Find him. Find him.
Try him with Pickett here on 3rd down. He's got a man, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. On the give, this is Harris. Justin Matabike there to bring him down.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Back to throw, Pickett. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. 2nd and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is 1 play from stalling out.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Calvin Austin, 37 yards. And the Steelers have retaken a 3rd quarter lead. Well, partner, I mean, if anybody was still questioning whether or not he had an NFL caliber arm, I think you can toss that right out the window. That was a heck of a throw right there.
I would agree totally. Question it no more. This rookie, big-time throw right there. Great poise, stepped up, trusted he could lay it in there perfectly, and he knew that his guy was going to make the catch on the other end. Nice collaboration.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taken at the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
It feels like you're going back and forth, almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just already know our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore 1st down.
Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down.
More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 31-yard line. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
They'll run with Dobbins.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
J.K. Dobbins.
His 21st touchdown of the season.
And the Ravens have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter.
Jackson here is going to look to throw. And he'll get into the end zone to push the lead up to a field goal. So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And he's got a man complete.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Well, if you're a fan of offensive football, this game is for you because this one's been much more like a tennis match than a football game. Back and forth, and there's another example right there of another big play in the passing game.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
From the gun on 3rd down, Pickett. Austin brings in the quick throw. And the Steelers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Well, we use the term pitch and catch a lot to denote an easy completion. We just saw one right there on 3rd and 3 to pick up the first down.
Why are those so tough to defend? Just because they hit so quickly?
Yeah, it's all about timing and confidence. Quarterback sees it, rips it, there you go.
They'll try and run with Harris. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
From the gun, here's Pickett.
He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
That looked great when he first took off because in my mind, there was certainly didn't expect them to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his fourth down call.
So here we go. On now is the kicker, Chris Boswell. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And he missed it. It's no good. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3. A fourth quarter miss like that, there's no lonelier feeling than that kicker right now.
As we all know, a lot of these games, they come down to special teams. And when that chance comes, you have to perform in order to help your team get over the top.
Could have tied it. Instead, they remain down 3. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Another run here with Dobbins. And not much doing there. Maybe a yard up to the 23.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 7. Jackson. A slant route caught by Bateman. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that'll bring up 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
Fourth down, here's Jackson. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Pickett. Toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. They hand this off to Harris. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
From the 17, Pickett. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Johnson. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. With Pickett finding Johnson there. First down, Steelers. They'll try the right side with Harris. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Najee Harris, well built for work down here near the end zone. That's a nice job there to hold him up. But I doubt we've seen the last of him on this drive.
Give to the fullback. This is Watt. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Pickett. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And the Ravens are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Another important fourth-quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Play action. Now Jackson. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. Well, clear running situation. Try to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they'd shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth-quarter lead. He'll let it fly for Austin. On a huge mistake late, it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Armour-Davis. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
These guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. Yet again, targeting and finding Mark Andrews. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Option play, and they'll hand to Dobbins. And they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Here's Jackson. Open man is Duvernay. And he's going to get this down near the 25. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. 42 yards for him on the ground now, and 3 touchdowns to go along with it.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football.
And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with the touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened him up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, He's gone, and that's exactly what he did there.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yeah, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Here's Pickett.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked up by Jalen Armour-Davis. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football.
Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory.